Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue working with our project. So we left, I think so was the sidebar, right? Yeah, so we styled the sidebar. Now it's spanning to, actually you can see better if what's happening. If you click on the grid, you can see that it's spanning from the first one until the number 3. Now I just want the main content to start from here and to go pretty much till here. So what I can do, the main content, I'm just gonna copy this entire thing and I'm gonna say main content, change this one to main content, and now because we end up here, we can say grid call start 3. You can say I need to start from the number 3 and I need to end or to span 8. And I just want the same one, grid row, but grid row, you don't change the grid row, but we can change the min height. So I just want a min height to be 100 viewport height. So what does that mean? So when this one is compiled, I think so it's done, it's not going to be the content what is inside, because at the moment we have only one line content, right? But now this one will stretch minimum to 100 viewport height because that's what we specified. So here we go. And if I close this one, it will be the main content, will occupy the entire screen. Now left sidebar is there, and I just want this advertisement to put it here. So this is the design I'm going, and you can target the ad. So if you have other plans, use this one. By the way, we haven't tested this out, this media query, but you will see when we reach 500 pixels what will happen. And also, one more thing, we can also specify the grid template rows, but I don't want to do that because I don't know how many I will need. So that's why, and that's not any mistake, by the way. Now I have the ad, and I'm just gonna copy this to here, and I'm gonna say the ad should start from call start 11. So if I go and inspect the element, if I click on the grid, make sure that you have this line checked here, this side, otherwise it's not working. I want it from 11 to stretch it to -1. I'm not gonna specify anything else. I'm just gonna say stretch it to -1, and I just want the same grid row. Now if I refresh, I'm gonna see the advertisement there, and I have the footer already in place, but let's put the footer because it's not gonna hurt us, and I'm gonna say the footer only, call start -1, and the footer will be from 7, grid row 7, 8. Now nothing should change, and by the way, this is the design that we are looking to, right? And this one, it has white color because it uses its inside classes, Navbar Light and BG White, right? And that's override this one. So basically we don't need actually the first part. When we are finished, we don't need this first part. And what we can do here, actually, if you just, this was just for displaying things. So now, oh, I'm gonna wait a little bit. So actually, this is now what it looks. So if I put only the border radius, sorry, the border to be like this, and wait, you will see only the borders. Very good. Now one more thing that I don't want is, I don't want to have padding, right? Because this on the left side, I just want to be filled from the, I don't know, in past that we really like this type of design, and but now I think so that it's better if I stretch it from left to right. That's my personal choice. So if you don't want this, that's okay, but I'm gonna say padding here, and I'm gonna say 0 pixels, and I'm gonna say important just to override everything I had before, and I think that will stretch. Yeah, that's what's happening now. I'm gonna ditch the border, and that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So we have our design. Now in future what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try styling these parts here, and that's pretty much it. So to recap everything, first I'm gonna start with views. In views, we copy the app.blade. Why? Because in app.blade we do have everything that we need. We do have this app name. We load the assets from our public folder, JS. We load also the CSS that we compiled, right? And we do have also the navbar. Now I copy that one. I create another file in our routes, in our views. This file is called landing page.blade, and here it is. The landing page is there. Now in the landing page, what I did, I just create a container fluid. That's a bootstrap class, and I add a wrapper class, one more class that I used for styling later. Inside I have navbar, I have the hero, I have the sidebar, left sidebar, I have the main content, the add or right sidebar, doesn't matter what you're gonna do, and I have the footer only. So that's everything inside the body. In the main, this was just to show you how this will look here. If I try doing like this, it wasn't, yeah, it's not gonna look very nice and natural. Now I do have display grid. When I do have display grid, I have 12 columns of grid. I don't have any rows because I specify the rows here. Now I just want to set each and every element that is inside the wrapper to start from column start 1 and column -1. By the way, I'm doing this, and I haven't showed you the 500. Now what will happen is I'm just gonna uncomment this part again, and I'm just gonna recomment this padding a little bit. Now here it is, our back to our not very nice looking design, but this is just to show you demonstration. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this one. I don't need this, and I'm just going to go to Google, and Google, I'm just going to go there, I'm going to paste it. Now I'm going to say inspect, and I'm just going to choose here, you need to toggle between this one, toggle devices, and I'm just gonna choose responsive. So at the moment, if I go like this, watch when I hit 500 what will happen. When the width is 500, everything will be looking back, so when it's below 500. So if you don't want this one, you can just change it to 600. Now everything looks like this until 500. So if I go one below, here it is. Now our design is like this. So our design is actually looking very good, and we're not gonna have any problems, right? And actually we don't have the hero. It's like it doesn't have the height of this one because it's in this media query. Now, but we can change that one in our further styling. So this is what's happening. And when you just go to min width 500, when you reach that breaking point, and it will go again to this design or layout. And this is what I want for our project, and you will see why, because we're gonna have a couple of things here, and I want our design to be a super responsive, not like, so that's why we are doing this, to create our layout to be super responsive. So that's pretty much it. I don't need the Google anymore. I will continue with Firefox. You can use any browser you really want. Now that's pretty much it. Also, what we did, we just put in the reset. In the base reset. We just copy from this mayorweb.com, and we just put a basic reset. So list style none, block quote none, and border collapse or border spacing 0. Now we will do a couple of more, I'm not gonna say resets, but we need to do a couple of more things in order our design to be good. And I think so that next time we will just we will just we will add a couple of lines in the base, and yeah, I think we will be very good then. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this lecture. Hope you enjoyed it. Now we have our template to say template, and from next lecture we're gonna start working on our design, and we're gonna design the hero. Actually, we're gonna start with this navigation a little bit because it's not looking good. So we're gonna style the navigation, and after that we're gonna style each and every element. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next lecture. Bye.